Anticipating costs. Costs for startup can vary wildly based on what you have readily available and what you will need to buy for your space. Are you going for a high-end look? Boho thrift? Does the space already have the appliances, refrigerator, stove, washer, dryer, etc.? Has this space served as a long-term rental in the past? I can, however, give you some basic costs based on my shopping choices. Again, keep in mind that your costs will vary depending on the space provided and what you currently have on hand. In my case, I was furnishing an entire house. In another, an RV with built-ins, no need for furniture, only one bed, and extremely limited storage space. At present, my two short-term rentals are Cottage West, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home with access to a large shared yard, and the Hedy Lamarr Airstream, a unique 2-guest max stay in our large yard. Your rental property will vary from mine. The various factors involved, location, prices, including recent inflation, amenities, and purpose, why guests choose your property, all drive the startup costs, and later, the cost to maintain that property. Despite this, we can cobble together some numbers that will help you anticipate your initial outlay. As an example, I'm going to use Cottage West, our first short-term rental property. I'm also going to assume that there are no major renovations necessary, and that the property is ready to be furnished, decorated, and filled with supplies. Cottage West startup costs. Here is a table that gives you a basic idea of what I would recommend to someone who is rolling out their first property. Mortgage and utilities. Mortgage times 3 months, $1,515. Utilities times 3 months, $825. Internet streaming services times 3 months, Google is $70, Netflix $19.99, and Hulu $6.99, comes to a total of $290.94. Furniture and decor. Furniture, a mix of second-hand pieces and mattresses, $2,000. Decor, $500. Pillows, bed linens, bath linens, kitchen linens, $800. Kitchen appliances, assuming major appliances are already there, $200. Cookware, dishes, glassware, utensils, $750. Cleaning supplies, paper towels, etc., $200. Total anticipated startup costs, $7,080.94. I have added a startup costs worksheet to the complete STR financial tracking spreadsheet. You can download that here at my website, christineschuck.com/STR-success-resources. It is easy to edit. You can create your own specific list of expenses that way. Why 3 months? You may have noticed that I figured on 3 months' worth of mortgage or rent, utilities, and internet streaming services. It shouldn't take you that long to see a profit. Honestly, I would be surprised if it did, but it is important to have funds to fall back on in case you have a rocky start. By having a 3-month cushion, you know that if you somehow forgot to buy extra blankets or your refrigerator goes kaput, you have something to fall back on. I plan as conservatively as possible and squirrel extra funds away wherever possible. Doing so is a step towards protecting yourself against the unexpected. And speaking of the unexpected, plan for the unexpected. Unless you are using the rental arbitrage model, where you simply sublease an apartment or house, you need to plan for maintenance and repairs to the building besides the furnishings within. Often, these are simply standard wear and tear repairs, and insurance does not cover many of these things. And even if you are doing rental arbitrage and don't own the building, if a leak develops and ruins a couch or bed, you will still need to buy a new couch or bed, even if that amount is later refunded under your renter's insurance. And no matter what, during the time of repair, you may experience a loss of rental income. That is why it is so important to plan for the unexpected. I established a separate savings account I call my rental slush fund. From every rental payment I receive, I place 15% of that income directly into an interest-bearing savings account. It serves two purposes. It sets aside monies for any income taxes that remain after expenses are considered, and it helps cover me in case I need any major repairs or suffer any loss of income. I made this very easy with Airbnb payouts, where you can set up multiple bank accounts and specify a percentage of earnings to be deposited in each. The other booking platforms don't seem to have this option yet, but I expect that will change soon. This automatic savings helps smooth the bumps out of my monthly operating costs. For example, we have a 100-plus-year-old cottonwood tree behind Cottage West. Soon after opening for business, I was over one evening and noticed that the one bedroom seemed rather dimly lit. When I looked out of the window, I realized it was also a little more green than I remembered it. A massive limb had fallen, gouging a hole in the back porch roof. With a $1,000 deductible, the $200 patch to the roof wasn't worth an increased annual premium, so we paid for it out of pocket. Thanks to the rental slush fund, it wasn't a painful pinch in the pocket, but simply one that had already been anticipated. Rental slush can also serve a third purpose, that of providing a source of funds to draw upon in the slow season, meaning you can set your STR income at a certain level and draw on it much the same as you would a paycheck. I do this. With my current 2 STRs and 1 long-term rental, I expect to earn a net income of $3,000 per month year-round. Note, I also set aside $1,500 per month into a renovations fund for future projects and funnel any additional net income amounts beyond that $3,000 into a renovations fund. If you aren't planning any additional short-term rentals, then you obviously wouldn't need a renovations fund and could add that income directly to your earnings. I deposit that $3,000 into a personal checking account at the first of every month. In the middle of winter, our slow season, I've seen 2 months in the past year where my net income was below $3,000. Thanks to the rental slush fund, our monthly income remained unaffected, even in our slowest season. And in the busy season, we often see up to $1,400 in excess funds that we can put into slush or a separate account tagged, especially for renovations, of future projects. Please consider downloading the complete STR financial tracking spreadsheet. The spreadsheets will help you identify and add your various expenses so that you can be prepared for the financial outlay necessary. You can visit my author website to see all documents available for free download at www.christineschuck.com/STR-success-resources. I have also prepared some rather exhaustive shopping lists, which you will also find there on the resources page of my website.